Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. It's great to be here in Martinez, 3 blocks from my favorite bar. 2 hours a day, once a month. No, 4 times a week. Anyway, it's great to be here with Roy and Eloise and Jamie. What have you got to say for yourself, Jamie?
Is the microphone on? No, maybe.
Yeah, just right.
Okay.
It's muffled the way I sound.
Hello?
Yeah. We hear you.
We are not starting the show. Please be quiet. The audience has not yet arrived. They will be here shortly. This is an experiment. We're experimenting on you tonight. Randy isn't really ready, so I'm just sort of filling time. Sven and Ole, we're building a house, and it was late in the day, and Ole looks at Sven and says, you know, I've been watching you all day. Half the nails that we've been using, you're just throwing aside over here. What's going on? Oh, he says, well, you know, they're all facing the wrong direction. But we can use them on the other side of the house.
There you go.
Okay. That joke was told by a friend of mine who wrote a novel at age 70. He told me that when we were in college. I forgot the whole joke and read the novel and went, oh, crap. Are you ready?
Yeah.
No, not you. Listen. Randy, are you ready? No.
No.
Okay. All right. We're going to turn off the lights and start something here. I think he might turn off the lights and start something. We haven't had a chance to really. Have you rehearsed tonight?
No.
Can I use your mic?
Yes, you may,
Okay.
please.
All right. He's going to start. Oh. All right. That's Joe DiMaggio, by the way. If anybody doesn't know who that is. Happy birthday to Joe. I guess that's the way to start it off. Does anybody know happy birthday?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear
Joe DiMaggio. Happy birthday to you. Because you would have been 100 years old tonight. Yeah, and it's a really special Joe night. We've got a lot going on. We will start with a clip because it's also a Mickey Rooney night.
It's always Mickey Rooney
It's
night.
always Mickey Rooney night, especially at the little community theater. So, are you ready with that clip? Okay.
Let Charlie play another
I should
one.
walk back over here and dim the light. Okay. Why should you never tell dogs knock-knock jokes?
What's that?
They start barking.
No punchline. Good jokes don't have punchlines. They just get you to think, right where you are. All right. Speaking of which, by the way, hey, on this stage, I'm standing right on this stage. Guess who's going to be here? And it's the 30th, I think. 30th of December. Johnny Steele and Will Durst and Debbie Durst and Michael Bossier are on this stage. The part of that winter holiday comedy thing that they do. They're going to be in Walnut Creek, but they're going to be here. A third of the seats are sold out for that night. There's a little flyer out there for you. We're doing this backwards, aren't we? Yes, he does that. Okay, we'll do it backwards. You ready? Okay, we're stopping it backwards. We're now ready for Mickey Rooney.
Wait a minute, Nick. Don't mind what the folks say, Mickey.
We're with you.
Sure we are.
Everything will be all right.
Forget
it.
I guess I shouldn't have shot my mouth off the way I did.
It's all right. They understand.
Oh, I hope so. I wouldn't want to hurt Dad for all the show business in the world.
Oh, forget it.
Certainly, I time will come.
You better get around to it. Listen, you kids. I think our time has come.
What do you mean?
All right, I'll tell you. We might as well face it. Our folks are up against it, and up against it good. I've been doing a little snooping around. You know what I found out?
What?
There's a frame up in this town to get the actors and their kids out of it. Our houses are mortgaged unless the payments are up to date by July 1st. Why, out we go.
Yeah, I know something else, too. Miss Steele, the head of the Welfare Society here, is trying to get a petition with enough names on it to send us all to a state work school.
Work school?
What, are you kidding?
Can I go too, Mickey?
Oh, quiet, will you, Bob?
She thinks we ought to be learning a trade or something instead of what we pick up in the theater. She's dead against show business.
That'd just be our chance to stick us away while the folks are on the road, wouldn't it? Oh, but we can't go on the road. No, we're too young. We're excess baggage. Listen, are you kids willing to stick together and pull yourselves out of a hole?
You bet.
I've got an idea. Our folks think we're babes in arms, huh? Oh, we'll show them whether we're babes in arms or not. I'm going to write a show for us and put it on right here in Seaport. Why, it'll be the most up-to-date thing these hicks around here have ever seen. Opening night, we'll have Max Gordon, Sam Harris, Lee Schubert down to give us the once-over. How about it, kids? We'll get every kid in this town on our side, and we'll start right now. What do you say? Right? Come on, kids, let's go!
Let's put on a show! I need a follow spot right there. We're making this up as we go along, aren't we? Can we get on the floor?
That's as close as we get.
That's as close as we can get. Okay, let's close our ears. This is the story. This is 1955. This is my front porch. I'm 10 years old. I live on the Ohio River. And I write letters as a 10-year-old. I go to the library, very similar to the library here, a Carnegie Library in Middleport. It has the lists of all the newspapers in America. I'm living in Middleport, Ohio. It's the middle port on the river between Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. The other way around, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh. Choose your Pirates or your Redlegs. That's about what we had. Back then we had radio. Eventually we got TV, but at this time we had radio. And to find out about the world, you had to be, and a kid, you didn't have Google, you didn't have tweets, you didn't have any of this stuff. You had the newspaper, you could write the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, they could throw it here, and it would land on your porch, and as a 10-year-old, you'd save these things, and then your own newspaper, which you delivered and was 6 pages long, these big papers, they made this noise. I knew the paper was there. Anyway, this was my way of understanding small towns and what towns can be and how to pick up paper off the floor. My own newspaper put a little story in. Very sadly, when I wrote them as an adult years later, an email about it, they ignored it. Newspapers are dead. People, sort of. I mean, I still subscribe, but you know, we find out all kinds of ways. People found out here, they found out all kinds of ways to get here tonight. I'm happy we're here. The other part we wanted to show on this was I was able to go from that little experience to actually studying journalism, which has led me to what we'll see later on tonight, the documentary from Roy Jeans, how to do something like that, how to make a community talk to itself. But here it is, these are the papers streaming off. My ears don't work because I watched The Miami Herald being produced. We didn't, our town, we didn't do this yelling and selling the papers in the street. It was too small, there was nobody on the street. We just delivered the things and threw them on people's porches. It didn't make any noise. It reminds me of Martinez in a way, because Martinez is halfway between the San Francisco Chronicle and the Sacramento Bee on a river, and it's a small town, doesn't have a street light, and we didn't have a big hero in our town. This town has at least 2, maybe more, but 2 famous ones, and I'm proud to be here.